enacting a plan to gain support for Jon Snow as King of Westeros. Varys sent messages out spreading the word about his claim to the Iron Throne. However, his attempt to sway Jon in that direction was unsuccessful, and the conspiracy was soon discovered by Tyrion, who reluctantly reported it to the Queen. Grieving for the loss of her closest friend Missandei, Daenerys secluded herself on Dragonstone, getting little sleep and refusing food. Feeling isolated, desperate, and unloved, she concluded her only path to the throne was to inspire fear, and in that vein, executed the treasonous Master of Whisperers with Dragonfire. Making plans to attack King's Landing with her army and dragon, Tyrion begged her to stop the attack if the people rang the city bells, signaling their surrender. Though hesitant, she agreed before informing him that his brother Jaime was stopped trying to return to the capital. Blaming Tyrion for passing the information about Jon to Varys, and speaking on Jaime's behalf in Winterfell, the Queen threatened the Hand against failing her again. Despite the warning, Tyrion dismissed the Unsullied guarding his brother, and released him so he could travel to Cersei and flee with her to start a new life in Essos. As the Battle of King's Landing commenced, the capital was defended by the Lannister army, the Golden Company, the Iron Fleet, and a dragon defense system, consisting of scorpions placed along the walls and on their ships. Yet all these preparations proved useless against the full might of the dragon Drogon, who was able to dodge scorpion bolts while raining torrents of fire upon them. After defeating Euron and burning the Iron Fleet, Dany set fire to the scorpions on the walls, blasted through the city gate, and attacked the Golden Company and Lannister forces outside the city. With the gate destroyed, Grey Worm and Jon Snow led the Northmen, Dothraki, and Unsullied directly into the streets, tearing their way through the defenders. Pushing the enemy army back to the Red Keep, Drogon perched himself on a building, and the fighting momentarily subsided as everyone came to the realization the Targaryens were victorious. The Lannister forces then threw down their swords, and the city bells rang out, signaling their surrender. Despite agreeing to stop the attack when the bells were rung, Dany was so consumed by anger and determined to set an example, she continued the attack and started massacring civilians while destroying the city street by street, and also targeted the Red Keep. Seeing his queen strike without mercy, Grey Worm charged forward, leading the Targaryen army to attack the unarmed Lannisters, creating further chaos and slaughter in the city streets. Watching from the outer walls, Tyrion was horrified by what he saw, as was Jon Snow, who unsuccessfully tried to restrain his men. Swimming to the shore of Blackwater Bay after his ship was destroyed, Euron Greyjoy encountered Jaime Lannister as he made his way into the Red Keep, and the two engaged in a fight to the death. Though Jaime suffered 2 grievous wounds, he killed Euron before slowly continuing on his way to Cersei. Meanwhile, Sandor Clegane and Arya Stark were also on their way to see the Lannister Queen, making it into the Red Keep while the city burned around them. However, when the Hound saw how unlikely it was Cersei would escape alive, he convinced Arya to abandon her self-destructive need for revenge, as there was no coming back from this mission. Going their separate ways, Arya tried escaping through the city, while Sandor continued forward, eventually finding his brother Gregor Clegane as he escorted the Queen. Carving his way through the other Queen's Guard, Sandor challenged Gregor to a fight, but Cersei demanded he stay by her side. Though Qyburn tried reiterating her command, Gregor disobeyed for the first time since his transformation and killed the Hand of the Queen. Cersei then left them to engage in a duel, where Sandor struck a number of killing blows, only to learn Gregor seemed immune to pain and injury, and so seeing no other recourse, the Hound charged and crashed with him through a crumbling wall, launching both from a high tower to their deaths in the burning streets below. Scared and alone, Cersei broke down in tears when she found her brother Jaime, and the two embraced before trying to escape in the boat Tyrion arranged for them. However, the passage was blocked by the collapsing keep, leaving the Lannister twins to die together, crushed beneath falling stones. With the city in ruins and their own warriors at risk from Dany's attack, Jon Snow ordered his men to retreat and escape the carnage, while Arya ran from one tragic scene to another as men, women, and children were brutally slaughtered. Knocked down in the chaos, Arya was at risk of being trampled, until saved by a woman trying to flee with her daughter. Seeing the woman again later, she tried to lead them to safety, but instead brought them directly into a line of dragon fire, resulting in both of their deaths. Wounded, exhausted, and enraged by all she saw, Arya soon found herself as the only person left alive in the area, though a beautiful white horse also survived, which she then mounted and rode through the street. Though the Targaryen queen was victorious, she not only eliminated the Iron Fleet, Scorpion defenses, Lannister army, and Golden Company, but also destroyed the city and wiped out much of the population, with this portion of the campaign resulting in the deaths of several important figures, like Varys the Spider, Qyburn, Queen Cersei Lannister, Sir Jaime Lannister, King Euron Greyjoy, Sir Gregor Clegane, and the Hound Sandor Clegane. Love Game of Thrones? Then be sure to check out the new book, The Thrones Effect, written by a number of respected A Song of Ice and Fire YouTubers, including GOT Academy, Because Geek, Secrets of the Citadel, Grey Area, Ideas of Ice and Fire, History of Westeros, and Smokescreen, with Chapter 5, titled Eye of the Beholder, written by CivilizationEx, exploring the various ways the characters and story can be interpreted, as well as how the audience reacted to their decisions. If interested, click on the link in the description box below, where The Thrones Effect is available as a physical copy, ebook, and audiobook. A special thanks to all those who contribute to CivilizationEx, like Ryanon, Sir Daeron of House Ashford, Ben the Sundowner, and the Spectral Knight. If you'd like to help CivilizationEx, click on the Patreon link, and please be sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and click on the links to see more.